Alright guys, welcome to another video, and today we're going to be going back to trade-ups. If you guys, or you might be able to tell, I've got a few new items come through, and these are all going to be for trade-ups. We are going to be going from trade-ups to like the classifieds, the pinks, and with a chance of finishing off with a red trade-up. We'll see how it goes. Now, in the past, we did this, and it's been kind of hit and miss. There's a lot of headache, at least from, I think, a lot of headache when it comes to planning trade up videos. Like, you have to figure out, you have to buy the right floats, you have to figure it all out. It's even harder now that there's a 10-day lock, because I can't just go on to like skin search and see what's on my inventory and stuff like that. So I've got a few today that I think are going to go well. Before we get into it, I'll tell you about the giveaway. Today's giveaway is going to be for a minimal wear ZX Spectrum Famous. Oh, I lied. It's factory new. It's a factory new ZX Spectrum Famous. Intro requirements for this are make sure you've hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then leave a comment down below. If I remember correctly, this skin was actually sent to me by Isaiah, part of the community, and he wanted it to be given away to you guys. So thank you to him for providing it, and I mean, hopefully you guys can win it. So best of luck with that, and let's get into the trade-off video. Giveaways like this are possible thanks to today's sponsor, Skinport. With no buyer fees and over 1 million skins available at once, Skinport is the best place to buy and sell your CS2 skins. Whether it's a crazy knife and glove combo or hunting for budget gems, Skinport has everything you need and more.
Perfection.
For example, right now I can pick up this kill confirmed USP for 22% less, or even this Huntsman lore for over £50 cheaper than Steam.
You love to see it.
If you're selling skins, payouts are going to be sent in your local currency, and the fee ranges between 2 to 12%. Skinport offers a fast, smooth, easy and secure experience for buying and selling skins, and this is why they have a 4.9 out of 5 rating on Trustpilot. For more details, check the link in the video description, and thank you to Skinport for sponsoring today's video. Now, I only actually have 5 planned, and to sort of explain where we got to in regards to like how we obtained some of the items, you can see here, there's a lot of zombie offensives, there's a lot of dream glades. Basically, I did a 100 Dreams and Nightmare case opening. That's already live, you guys can see how that went. I got a lot of blues from that, so I decided to then buy some other blues from other collections. I threw those in together, did a good few trade-ups to get myself a lot of purples, and some pinks. You can see I traded up to a Devourer, I traded up to a Phantom Disruptor, I did trade up to a Stat Track Glitter Glass. I sold that to fund this video. So basically the goal now is we're going to be going for 10% trade-ups. I've heard your guys' feedback. No more of these 30, 40, 50%, because they're more expensive to do, and when you don't hit it, it hurts. We're going to be doing 10% trade-ups, but we technically have 20% chance of getting what we want, because I'm doing 10% for the kilowatt case and 10% for the broken fan case, which means, and I'll try and put it up on screen for you now, the potential outcomes across the board are a mix of minimal wear and factory new, depending on the floats. Like I say, I can't get on the skin search, so I can't find out the exact sort of float generation. It is what it is. It's going to be a mix of minimal wear and factory new, 3.3% chance of getting each. On the kilowatt case side of things, there's the Zeus Olympus, there's the A1S Black Lotus, and there's the USP Jawbreaker. Over on the Operation Broken Fang side of things, there is the 5.7 Fairy Tail, there's the Emperor A4 Cybersecurity, and there's the USP Monster Mashup. In every scenario, if I hit one of the 10%, there'll be profit. So I have a 20% chance of profit here, and then I think outside of that, we're probably looking at a loss. And there's maybe a couple of skins from like the recoils or the dreams and nightmares that could get us somewhere. So I'm going to stop waffling. It's been a few minutes. We're going to get into this. Let me sit and prep the first one. Now I've got a sheet here with a breakdown of which condition of skin I need to put in, and let's get it done. Now, honestly, I wish you could search for skins here. It's a pain that you can't. This is what we have here. Every skin I'm putting in is minimum wear or factory new. The sawed off is factory new. This is our 10% chance of the kilowatt case, and then it's the clear polymer that is our 10% chance of the Operation Broken Fang. So this is the number one. We've got 20% chance of hitting one of these collections. So over 5, I know it's not how the odds work, but over 5, which is what we're doing, I'm hoping to hit one of the 10% at least once. 3, 2, 1. It's going to be an Abyssal Apparition. The only thing I can say for this is it gives us a pink that can go in to another trade up down the line. You can see the pinks I have here already. Some of these are for my inventory. Some of these are actually for future trade ups. And float-wise, this is 0.072, which might actually work well for trade-ups. So, trade-up number 2 here. So again, the analog input is from the Kilowatt collection. The Dream Glades are where we're going to be getting Dreams and Nightmares. Clear Polymers, where we get the Operation Broken Fang. We do have Recoil Case with the M249 Downtown, and then everything else is Dreams and Nightmares. So we are looking like, I think it's like 70% chance Dreams and Nightmares, and then 30% chance of a recoil of a, 30% split into 10s across Recoil, Kilowatt, and Operation Broken Fang. Let's see if the odds are a bit more in our favor, or if it's going to be another Abyssal Apparition. It's going to be a P250 Visions. I think overall this is still not ideal, but at least it means when we go for the final trade up, we have another collection to hit from. This one is going to be minimal wear. It's 0.9909 float. Alright, so this time we actually have 2 of the Arctic Wolves, which means we can hit the clutch collection. There's a 20% chance of those, 10% of the Kilowatt, 10% of the Operation Broken Fang. 3, 2, 1... M4A1S, Black Lotus, 10% hit. Let's go. Condition-wise, this is a minimal wear, and the float is 0.078. So a super nice low float Black Lotus minimal wear. This is stunning. Value-wise, on the Steam market, this is £22. Now, I will probably use this as part of a trade-up to have a 10% chance at another inheritance. I can't lie. Trade up number 4. So we've had an Abyssal Apparition, we've had a P250 Visions, and we've had a Black Lotus. We've already kind of hit the minimum aim, which is dead good. But now, can we lock in with an Operation Broken Fang or another Kilowatt? Let's see. It is going to be an Operation Broken Fang. A Fairy Tale. Lovely. This is already a dub. 5 trade ups with 10% chances. We've done 4, and on 2 of them we've hit the 10% chances. This one is going to be field tested. Or is it? Wait, hold on. 0.148. Is this just in? Just in minimal wear. We just about scraped it in. Alright, this is what we're putting into this final trade up. So again, lots of Dreams and Nightmare stuff. We do have another 10% chance at the Kilowatt. Another 10% chance at the Operation Broke Fang. We've hit both of those so far. And a 20% chance at a clutch where we're not really getting anything. Maybe like a USB Cortex. But if we could somehow hit another 10%, that means I have a 20% chance of hitting one of those as the red trade up. So, fingers crossed. I don't expect much, but we'll see. And it's going to be the Dreams and Nightmares. But I want to say, I know this is only 5 trade ups. I was going to do this just myself, but I thought I wanted to share this experience with you guys. You can see here, MB7 Abyssal Apparition. We've got 2 of those. We've got a P250 Visions. This one is going to be a minimal wear Abyssal Apparition as well. And then we got the Operation Broken Fang. And we got the Black Lotus. So overall, cost-wise, these trade-ups, I don't have the exact cost. Because it all comes from, I spent like £280 to open 100 Dreams and Nightmares cases. I then got maybe like, I don't know, what did I get back from that? I got something like maybe £70 back from it. I then used the blues and farmed those into trade-ups to then get the purples. I then spent £40 worth of, I spent £40 basically to get the other purples I then needed to complete these trade-ups into the pinks. But the Black Lotus is a, what do we say, £22. The Fairy Tale is going to be, it's going to be about 26. So I'm going to figure out what my trade up, my final trade up to a red would look like. Alright guys, I've had a look at what sort of trade up I could do. This is what we'd be looking at. And I think for now, you'll see the results. I'm going to leave it until we get some more classifieds that I could use as fodder. I think I don't want to mix all of this in. Because you can see, technically the cost, even though I've traded up to these, the cost is like $76, and the average return is 43. And if you look at what I'd actually be getting, like 15% chance at a Nightwish at $22, 15% chance Starlight Protector at 6. The Code Red even doesn't get anything for me at 5%, nor does either of the Glocks. The Neon Rider would not even make profit, technically on cost. The Inheritance would, Headshot doesn't, Chromatic Aberration doesn't, Chrome Cannon would, and then the only other thing here that would was the print stream. So basically, it would be banking on like a 10%, a 5% chance of an Inheritance, a 5% chance of a Chrome Cannon, or a 5% chance of a print stream. Alright guys, we've had some last minute changes. We are actually going to go for the Inheritance trade up, but I've added in a second layer, so still 10% chance of the Inheritance, but you can see here, there's also a 10% chance of getting the Emperor A1S print stream, which would be a big pull. Pretty much, if we get the Inheritance, or we get the Emperor A1S print stream, there's 10% chance of each, then we're good. If we get a Headshot, then considering I use stuff in the trade-ups, we're pretty even. Everything else outside of that is not going to be great, so we're just going to get into this trade up and see if we can hit one of these 10%. Alright, so this is how it looks. I'm just doing the double checks to make sure I've got everything correct. We got the 257 fairy tales, that's how we get our 10% chance. Actually, 20% chance in general of hitting Operation Broken Fang, but you don't want the Glock Neo Noir, you want the print stream. With the Black Lotus and then the Olympus, obviously we have a 20% chance of hitting the kilowatt. Chrome Cannon, a bit more valuable, but we want the inheritance in Minware. And then outside of that, I think we can hit a Neon Rider, which is pretty good. We could get a USP print stream, which holds up. So basically, there's like a 30% chance of something good, maybe 20% chance of something that we'll be okay with, and then 50% chance of it not being ideal. But let's go for it. I had been hunting for an inheritance, but at this point, value-wise, a N4S print stream is what we want. So 3, 2, 1, let's do it. It is going to be the kilowatt case again, and it is going to be the chrome cannons. This is twice now I've done trade ups for the kilowatt case for the reds, and I've hit the right collection on the 10%, or technically the 20%, but I've hit the wrong 10% item. But the plus side of this is it is pretty much close to us breaking even on the cost we put into it. So we'll take that. That's gonna end the video, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know if you want to see more trade ups in the future, what sort of level you want to see them at. And I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.